Hey guys, welcome back. Today, before I go into the episode, I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about a couple things that have happened between episodes. So basically, I've been going through and I've been adjusting some of the settings, especially for breeding rates and stuff. Now, if you use the regular settings, breeding takes days, hours, months, whatever. It takes forever to do it. And so I've been kind of aligning myself up with some of the other YouTubers that are doing a similar playthrough, so that way it's not super fast, but it's also not super slow. So it's a little more reasonable, a little bit more manageable. Now, one of the things that I've done in that though is there's a setting right here, which I'll show you. It's the use single player settings setting. Now, I had this checked on, which is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. So what this does is it actually gives you an XP boost, a Ingram boost, all this other stuff. And I have since checked it off. Now, it does a couple things for us. One, it makes the game a little bit harder. It makes a couple things a little more challenging. And I want to have this. But what it's done is it's actually rolled back our levels a little bit. So we were about 96, now we are 76. We also have very few Ingram points. But all this does is it makes it so we have a little bit more of a challenge and a little bit more stuff to do now. Like we've been leveling up really quickly, and I haven't even used hardly any explorer nodes or anything like that, and we were almost max level. Now this gives us a little bit more use of those kind of things. It makes us have to use patterns that are dropped as opposed to just being able to unlock everything in the game. So I wanted to do this now as opposed to later, so we have a little bit of a rollback, but it's very, very simple fix, and it's just gonna take a little bit of time to get back to where we were. It doesn't affect anything really, other than the game becomes a little more challenging now. So I wanted to let you guys know that before we move on. Anyways, let's get on with today's episode. So first thing you might notice, we have a alpha raptor head, or alpha T-Rex head. There's a level 10 T-Rex I killed the other day, and I actually used our RG, and it actually kicked our ass. It was relatively hard for a low level alpha, which is a good thing. I mean, it's T-Rex, so it should be hard, but it was a real pain. And it actually took us quite a bit of damage, and it was good. So, as you can see though, our workshop is a lot different. It's not quite done, but we've made some serious progress on it. So let's start over here. We had just a box before. Now I've extended the entrance a little bit. I have used some glass here to make it look like a garage style door, as if it's like being pulled up, so it's like bent there, in here. I did the finish a little bit, but this is kind of the look I wanted. And then we might remove these doors because we don't need them anymore. This will always be open, and I think it looks pretty cool. The roof here ties it into the stable part, which is awesome. Now in here, I have added a fabricator, I've added a second floor here, and I have put in just a couple forges. Nothing special. The roof is done, and you can see there's a big gap in the center, which I think is pretty cool. It makes it look like like a window that's open, and I think that's pretty neat. So up here we have our chem bench and stuff. Now there's like no storage in here yet. We have to do all that yet. But with this rollback, this is the one thing that's going to be affected. So chemical bench, the chemistry bench, whatever, we actually don't unlock it till level 82. Because I had it unlocked already and I had farmed the mats and I had done it, we have it built and it's here and we're gonna use it, and we're just gonna deal with it. I'm not worried about it. It's kind of whatever. We're gonna cheat it a little bit and I don't really care. It's fine. So over here, outside, we have our generator, which isn't hooked up yet. We have to do that. I have to duck through this door, which is super annoying. I don't know why. I'm not sure if it's because of this piece underneath or whatever, but it's whatever. Over here in our stables, we have room. We're getting fog in here. We have room for all of our guys. These guys are just outside right now because I'm going to use them to get some wood in a minute. We have a second floor that's just for looks, basically. All kinds of storage here, which I started painting some of them. Just like these three, they're a little slightly different color here. These will be wood, stone. We're going to have thatch. We'll have like hide, chitin, all that stuff. And we have room for all of our farming dinos in here, and our birds up top, which we can access through here. Feeding trough allows us to pretty much feed all of our dinos that are going to be in here, and it is going to be awesome. We don't have any more worries about our dinos or like that, and they're all kind of put away and nice and neat. Now I have to finish this here yet. We need a walkway up yet, but for now I just haven't done it. I'm trying to get on to the next thing here. And the next ooh, look at you. Look at you. What level are you? Level 5. Really? I mean, you look cool, and if you weren't level 5, I wouldn't have to do this. But you're level 5, so I have to do that. So, one of the things going forward now is we have a serious demand, for stuff like polymer, at least polymer, and electronics. Now, I have a lot of electronics because I've been killing a lot of tech animals. But let's go in here. Okay, so electronics take silica pearls, which are okay. We can go farm them. We can go get like a baryonyx or a megalodon or a sarco or something. Go underwater and we can get them pretty easily. The polymer we get from obsidian and cementing paste, also super simple. The cementing paste right now we're getting just from beaver dams, but you can make this as well. But I was kind of thinking how we can make these a little bit easier to get, especially the electronics. So when you kill a tech animal, you get electronics, you get element dust, you get oil, you get some scrap metal, and I was kind of thinking, let's make a farm. Let's just make a tech farm. I know they're not super efficient and super crazy, but what the hell? Let's make one and try it, see how it goes. So what I did is I flew around a little bit, and I was able to find very few tech parasaurs, like 1 or 2. Which is super annoying. Couldn't find any tech Rexes hardly. Super annoying. I found about 5 Tek Stegos altogether though. So I went and got a bunch of them. And then I only found about 3. And then I found some more. And basically right now I've got 1 male and I've got 6 females. All random levels. Doesn't matter. And we are going to make a little bit of a farm today. So let's do this. Alright, so for now, I'm just going to put this in kind of a temporary spot. We're just going to put it here because it's pretty flat, and now, you know, we're getting beams closer and closer to the base now, which is really, really awesome. And as well, Raptor Claws has been dropping presents literally, like in this area, which is awesome. We haven't had to go very far to get them, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so I want to just kind of put a bunch of platforms here, and I don't know how big we're going to go, but again, this will probably be temporary because we're going to have to make sure it works, first of all. And then from here, we're going to have to, you know, expand it or whatever we're going to do if we want to. So for now, let's do 5 by 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I need 3 more. But I wonder if this will be enough. 7 Stegos should fit here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a second floor, well, probably 2 wide, up here, and then we're gonna put just a door or something, some walls up, and we are gonna use our saber tooth in here to, well, basically kill the babies that get laid. Basically, it sounds terrible, but I'll show you guys how it works in a minute here. Whoops. Okay, and then from here, I'm going to put a bunch of roofs on. So we can do this several different ways, I think. I haven't tried this out before, but I have seen it work, at least in the past. Oh, damn it. That wasn't what I meant to do, which means I'm now going to be 1 short. Really? Alright, doesn't matter. I'm going to put a couple of ramps out. We'll just do 2 wide because I don't have to worry about it then if I can actually click this. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to toss our Stegos up here, and we're going to make it so they're standing with their butts kind of hanging off of here. And then in this area down here, we're going to have the eggs fall, and they're going to hatch, and then when they're not claimed by us, they're going to be destroyed by our saber tooth, or maybe a dire wolf. But for now, we're going to use a saber tooth. We might go get something else that we can put in here later. And then we're going to have to make this obviously look good because our Stegos are going to hang over, which I really don't want. So let's do the male. No, let's do females first because I'm just going to do those one at a time. He doesn't have the saddle. Which ones have our saddle? Let's find out. Because I don't know which ones I put the saddle on and left it. Okay, this could be a pain. 1 second. Alright, so this is going to be pretty ridiculous, to be totally honest. But we've got seven so far, Stegosauruses. So we're going to have 1 male in the center, and I'm hoping he can reach 3 on either side. I'm hoping that it's far enough. So, I only have a few saddles. I've only actually got 2 at the moment. So I need to kind of position these guys, which is going to be... Are you stuck? Go on. Which is going to be an absolute pain in the ass, to be totally honest. I might need to put ramps across this whole thing just to make this easier, because these guys are going to be really tough to line up. And 2 might not actually be enough. I might have to go 3 wide on top. Why are you falling? So basically, I want them to be like this. Somewhere in here, but a little bit more straight, I guess. That's not straight at all. So that way, when they drop their eggs, they're going to fall off the edge. Now, the reason that I'm leaving this open underneath as well is because sometimes when they go through, they actually just spawn through the floor. And so I want it so that way, if they do go up there and they do hatch, they will come down still. And it won't be a huge, huge issue. Hopefully. Yeah, this is going to be ridiculous. Before I go any farther, though, what I want to do, they do all seem to have the mate boosted hearts, but I want to just double check. And so we're going to just go enable mating. And on the one farthest to the left, I'm going to do the same thing. I can't reach from here. I just want to make sure we're not going to have them actually breed. Enable mating. Are you going to do it? Ready to mate. Oh, are you guys not gonna... Are you too far away? Oh, don't do this. Okay, so that one works. But that one's too far away. It says it's mate boosted, but it's too far away. So I'm gonna have to see if I can get these guys any closer, which might be a pain because they're pretty tight. And if it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to put 1 male for every 4, which will kind of suck. Yeah, unfortunately, I can only make it work if I have 5 up here instead of 7. So like, this guy won't reach to this one to mate, which kind of unfortunate. But what we'll probably just do is instead of doing, this is quite the poop shoot thing we got here. So what I'll probably do is I'll do 5 guys up here, like 1 male for every 4, and I'll do 4 on this side of females, and then maybe I'll do another ramp on this side and do 4 more, and we'll just have a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. But let's just do one side for now, make sure it works, get everything going, and then we'll worry about the other side later. Well, one thing is it's going to look pretty cool at night, especially. These guys have such crazy colors. So let's get one of these guys to breed, and I think, obviously I'm getting the too cold symbol here, I think we're going to end up having to put some fires probably underneath here, wherever close by, to heat this up, because it's not going to hatch otherwise. I was kind of thinking we might need an air conditioning, but we might need to have heat, actually. So, yeah. Also, Raptor is out and about. I'm not sure where he is. I just heard him a second ago, and I hear the music. So, we'll see. Maybe he'll fly close, and if he does, we will go for that. I'm not too worried about it right now. So, the other thing is, these rates are going to be... Well, we're going to see. I'm still playing around with them a little bit. I want it... Oh, there's Raptor right there. He is definitely coming... Where'd he go? Right there. He is definitely coming this direction. Most likely, he's going to drop... There's 1 he's already dropped, looks like. Yeah, right there. So probably 3 or 4. He's probably going to drop 1 or 2 right in here somewhere. So we'll see. But I'm not really too worried about that right now. We've got a lot of stuff from him, which I can show you guys after. I'm actually wearing a few pieces of it. 219 chitin armor and 249 as well. It's all kind of been about the same, though. Really, a bunch of ghillie stuff, a bunch of chitin stuff. Alright, so, yeah. So, anyways, we're going to have to figure out how to make this that way it's always going to be warm enough or cool enough. So, I might have to... Well, if I put a couple fires in here, it shouldn't be a big deal. Or a couple torches. Standing torches might work. It's hard to say, really. So, again... The rates are going to have to change. We're going to make it so... I want it so basically things will hatch or be able to breed. That's not an egg, but wrong kind of egg. I want it so everything will hatch or breed about every... It'd be nice if it was every half hour while we're on the server, to be totally honest. It's a little bit slower, but a lot of people like it so that way they can mate instantly. And I don't really like it like that. I prefer where there's a little bit of time between. Oh yeah, he's right there. Dropping right on top of us. We'll grab that in just a minute. As soon as this guy's done. I want to see how long between mates we can get, like how long it takes. Okay, so that egg's gonna fall, and it is going to be too cold. Okay, and you're looking at. All right, let's just pick it up for now. How long till you can mate again? 23 minutes. So yeah, that's not gonna be bad. It's gonna be a little bit slow, like I said, but we'll deal with that. So let me just turn this off for now. Yeah, I think he really wants us to have these gifts dropped him this close to our base. I mean, we haven't even gone anywhere, and it's right here in the trees, which is perfect. Alright, let's see what this one gave us. Okay, sit, bird, sit. A little chibi. Okay, come down here. And I think it was a Mastercraft saddle, I think it said. Alright, so the other ones are going to be up this direction. Let's just fly and get these really fast. Oh, hello, Raptor boy. Can I even get to this one? This is going to be a tricky one to get to. Let's just... Whew. Oh yeah, just efficiency. And the last one I think was on top of the mountain, I think. I wasn't even close. It was nowhere near the top of the mountain. Well, those three did not give us very much at all. But basically that's what I've been doing. The ones that are close to the base when he flies around are the ones I've been getting. There's no point in chasing him. I'm not really trying to worry about getting all 5 every time. Just a couple that are close, and we're getting a lot of good stuff out of it. So, yeah, let's head back. Alright, so I'm not sure what's going to be better if we're going to need fires or standing torches, but I made lots. Because right now, well, it is raining. Let's see here. We're looking at... I mean, it says it's -6 right now, which is crazy. Usually it's too hot over here, so I don't know. Maybe it's the time of day. We might have some issues. We might have some issues. Also, she laid another egg, which is kind of interesting because... I mean, I guess. So yeah, I don't know what's going to be best here. Like, if I put that... It's not going to go up nearly high enough, I'm sure. Let's see here. It'll still be too cold. I think they need 20 degrees. So I might have to put this thing inside as well, like enclose the whole thing and heat the whole thing. But let's just keep... Oh, so how close are we to... Was it 8 minutes? Yeah, so she's almost ready to breed again, so this won't be that bad. Let's just do a bunch of fires. Will this work? Split you in half a couple times. It's gonna be about, let's just say right about here. Yeah, it's gonna be too cold. Probably gonna stay too cold, unfortunately. So how am I gonna do this? Okay, now that it's daytime, it's incubating. So it says it's 6 degrees. So the only thing I'm thinking is, what if we were to go and put a roof right here, and then put fires underneath it, and then have it, that might help heat it a little bit better. Instead of having the heat beside it, it'd be under it, and that'd probably help quite a bit. I could put 4 fires per each one. That's just a lot of fires to keep running all the time, which is kind of annoying. And then it'll make it too hot as well. Like, this might work. It's just, what do you do at night? At night it won't be hot enough, right? Okay, our dude's hatched. And now, if I was to put this guy on aggressive, he's locked in here. He shouldn't be able to damage anything else. Put him on aggressive. And I think it takes a while with this guy. Like, you have a little bit of time before he like goes not claimed or whatever. And then this guy should attack it, I believe. But the one thing that we have those. Oh, a second ago I couldn't access these, but now I can. Okay, so never mind. So the one thing is going to be 25, well, like 100 wood in fires will not last long at all. We would be putting new stuff in here every day. So I got to figure this out because that's going to be a lot. But it is up getting to about 7 degrees right now. So how long does this guy take before he actually... Oh, I suppose he needs to be on Enable Wandering. You good? You should be good, dude. You gonna wander or what are you gonna do? Just gonna stand there and then an egg's gonna fall. Alright, we're just gonna drop eggs everywhere apparently. But they're not fertilized, they're just regular eggs, so they're just gonna spoil. Okay, are you not gonna wander or what? Okay, so things happened. Everyone fell off. Everyone fell off. This is ridiculous. I don't know what happened, to be honest. Oh my god. So, I logged out and logged back in because what happened is actually I have it on PvE mode, which is why you couldn't kill them. If you put it on PvP, obviously it does work. And because I'm playing myself, it doesn't really matter. So, he was able to kill that dude, and we got 4 electronics, 3 oil, 3 element dust, and 2 metal. 4 electronics from every one, which means every half hour, if we only have 4, we're going to get 16 electronics every 20 minutes. That's not bad at all for just AFK farming. But I do gotta figure this out because, yeah, I don't want them to all fall off because I actually think they're gonna fall off the edge. I don't know why they did that. Don't know why they did that. So here's a question. I always have to figure this out. So it's 8 degrees right here and kind of exposed, kind of out in the open. What if, though, we decided, now I've had a couple ideas about what to do with all this area. We have this whole thing under here. If I go right here, though, yeah, I'm dehydrated. Always dehydrated. Right here, 25 degrees. I don't know. I mean, we're in the wilderness here, whereas this is a separate biome over there. What biome is that, actually? Run over there. Maybe. Okay, nope. Yeah, so this is the Grand Hills biome, whereas under there it's wilderness. So I think we should probably put these guys underneath there and figure something out with that. Because for one, it'll be hotter, which means they will work better, and then all we gotta do, baby, is cool them. That might be a way to go. You know, I was just thinking about this, and I don't know if I mentioned this before or not, but I've had this thought for a few days. What if we took this section out right here and put an elevator going down, and then we used all this area below here for farms like this, like just things that are going to be like kind of out there, out of the way we really don't need to see. Like, it would be right here. We could put a couple farms actually. We can't do much because obviously the stone, like the wall. But we could probably do a little bit where we fix like the supports, because these 2 supports actually aren't doing anything anymore. They're just supporting those pieces right there, which we're going to get rid of, or we would get rid of. The only problem is elevators are, well, we can't afford because we don't have the Ingrams, but they're crazy expensive. The tracks right here are electronics, a lot of metal, polymer, and cementing paste, which is quite expensive. Because you probably have to do, to go to the ground, it's probably, what, 15 high? Probably. Plus a platform, which is about the same cost. So we'd have to go probably a medium-sized one as well. But I think we are going to try to figure out how to do a farm down here, because why not? This is all wasted space. I just got to figure out how to do the supports, because if I start breaking supports, we're going to bring some of this stuff down. So I need to do some experimenting and make sure things work first. So let me take some time and see if I can't figure this out without wrecking too much of our base. Yeah, guys, so I definitely think we might put an elevator in this spot in the future, unless we put an industrial forge. And if we do that, we'll change some things. But I really don't think we're going to do an industrial forge on the island map. I just don't think we have a need for it at this point. And maybe when we go to Scorched Earth, we'll do one. But for now, I don't think we're going to. Anyways, I did put this farm. I managed to put it underneath here. And I started putting some like ground down, so this is a little bit flatter. And starting to block this in. But we have to like leave a pathway to get in here for now until I actually sort this out properly. Come on. So for now, it's just a few ladders and whatever. We're just gonna jump down. It's the same. Oops. It's the same kind of idea that we had up there. It's like a 5x7 with just a hole in it, and these guys just drop their eggs in this hole, and then our saber tooth is sitting there. It's really nothing special. What I had to do though is I had to kind of push the like this wall. I had to add one more piece to it up top, which is fine. I was thinking about it and I was like, you know, it'd be kind of cool if we had maybe a few buildings just in here, you know, like the stable things up there with the workshop, and then there's like an elevator coming down, and this could be kind of a cool area. I don't know, it's something different. We could also put a very small, it won't be very deep, we could put a little water like what do you call it, pen. There we go, a water pen for if we get some water dinos, which is going to happen very soon. It's going to have to happen soon. Now, these guys all have a little bit different, like he's ready to mate in about 3 minutes, 6.5, that's the male, 2 minutes, and then 20 minutes. So they kind of all have different like numbers of how long they're going to take to mate, and they are going to start. So this one right now is too cold, but well, really, it's 16 degrees. Interesting. But so usually towards the nighttime, what time is it? Yeah, so it's getting late at night. So usually towards the nighttime, these are going to start getting a little bit too cold. And so far, all I've seen is, like, depending on the timers, they'll get too cold for a few minutes, and then as the day comes around, they'll start to warm up a little bit. And then they all seem to have hatched relatively good. So I'm not too concerned. Also, I didn't put these on there properly, I guess. The floors do not match the walls very good. But so basically I haven't had any where it like does anything besides delay it for a second or two. And I'm really not too worried about it. I've only run this for a few minutes, and we've already got like 34 electronics, there's 29 element dust, and 37 metal, oil, and then 36 metal. So like, it's running decently for what it is. I mean, that's all free, I'm not gonna do anything, we have to walk away. The one thing that I didn't realize about this though is, so our Sabertooth is set to aggressive. These guys are set to passive. Now, pretty much everything up above us now has to also be set to passive. I didn't have that at first, and I only had a few guys set to passive. And pretty much everybody that was up here, except for like these couple guys, decided to go running over there and start attacking everything, made a mess. But these guys have no reason to be on anything other than passive while we're in here anyway, so it's not a huge deal. I'm gonna give this a few minutes to just make sure like that it works, and show you guys that it working, and then we'll probably call it an episode. So yeah, give me a minute. All right, so in the morning time, it's 8 a.m. and it's 21 degrees. So by 8 a.m. in the morning, these things are already perfectly warm enough to start hatching. This one's got a little over a minute left. This one just dropped. Now this one here did get really low on its egg health, went to 3.9%, which obviously we could have lost that one. But I mean, honestly, if we lose one every once in a while, it's not going to be the end of the world, to be totally honest. It doesn't really matter. This is just like an AFK farm. It's not supposed to be super efficient. But the one thing is, I haven't seen it get too hot yet. Now, like I said, it's super early in the morning, so it could get a lot hotter. But I haven't seen them get to the point where they don't, where they stop incubating because they're too hot. So if they do get to that point, we have to obviously put some air conditionings in here or whatever. But so far, I haven't had that issue. This is a really perfect spot for this, it seems like anyways. It's just going to take a little bit more work to actually fix this up and make it like a little bit more efficient. Thanks, guy, I needed that. Make it a little bit more efficient, and like I said, if we switch these to parasaurs or raptors, something smaller that we can fit more in here, it might make this a little bit better because then we can just obviously have more. The 5 Stegos take up just a ton of room, so only getting 4 eggs is kind of whatever. But you can see Ocean's about to hatch. You can see how efficient this is. As soon as they hatch, our dude goes to town. Now, he's not doing a ton of damage to them. We might have to... Oh, we got twins. I thought it was triplets. We got twins there, which obviously helps as well. And he just goes to town and takes them out. So I think there was 4 that just came out there. And what is he like? Oops. So what do we get from that? So, I mean, he got 13 electronics from those 4. 15 element dust, a little bit of oil, a bunch of metal, and then obviously prime, which we can use for taming. So that's awesome. I mean, again, it's not the super most efficient thing, but it is more than good enough for what we're trying to do for an AFK farm. So anyways, guys, on that note, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.